I think you gave an excellent speech, and I think the closing was very good indeed. There's no simple explanation to come from the debate. And the more I hear from you and from Prof. Piscatori, I'm becoming more pessimistic towards So I think without further ado, can I invite Prof. Rashila, please?
All right. This is a very hard act to follow, actually. Assalamualaikum. Salam sejahtera. Good afternoon, or is it good evening almost? First of all, let me take this opportunity to thank Prof. Farouk for inviting me for this session. Actually, we just had the session very recently, so this is an opportunity that I will not miss, since I will get actually the chance to meet with someone who I've read about. Yeah, Professor Piscatori, I've read your book, but never had a chance before to meet up with you. And also with Prof. Shad, I've read his book too, but know of him, seeing him from a distance, but really to be on the same panel, this is really an opportunity that, as I said, I wouldn't miss. So, for my next 15-20 minutes, I think I have, with regards to our topic, is democracy the best defense against terrorism? I would like to take a slant to it. Yeah. First of all, of course, along the way, I will touch upon the facts which have been mentioned by both Prof. Piscatori as well as Prof. Shad, and then also add in my own slant to it, which is actually factoring development into the equation. See, my background is actually chemistry. So when I use the word equations and so on, that was the first degree. But I move on, okay, with business and then public policy, political science. So I do have this crazy way of speaking or writing and so on. But anyway, I also added 2 logos beside IKMAS. I added 2 more logos because this is what I am also representing. Okay, the middle logo is actually the National Council for Women's Organization. So I'm the Assistant Secretary General, and I've been doing that work for the past, since 2008 pretty much. And the logo after that is actually the Malaysian Social Science Association. 2 years ago I was elected as the president, but I've been a member of the organization since I got back, since 1996. Somehow I felt that this is a place for me to be. And along the years I've worked through on social science issues through organizations. So linking up both academic and civil society work, because I think that is the only, to me, at least I feel that is the best way for me to contribute back to society, and besides writing. So for our topic today, what I've done is to because my job was actually to kind of comment, but there is no comments here, okay? Because we are talking with extremely serious scholars, and I thought that in listening to our very serious scholars here, there are questions that I may put forth. Yeah, what kinds of democracies, and actually that has been explained by Professor Shad in a very deep manner, not deep politics, but deep manner. Okay, how do different groups benefit from democratic system? There are different kinds of democratic system, as has been mentioned. At what level is terrorism inflicted, individual, group, state, or region, or it cross-cut all these different levels of analysis? In political science, we love to do levels of analysis. And usually, if you take Kenneth Waltz, Man, State, and War, it is about man being the individual, the state, the national level, and war meaning the international level of analysis. But here we cross-cut and we add other levels as well in between. Maybe it's not level, it is intersections of levels that we're looking at. And whether the question I pose also is that can development whatever form of development that we need to define can mitigate democratization and terrorism. So this is the take that I will do on the presentation. Now it was very important, very interesting when we started the conversation at about 3 o'clock just now, okay, when Dr. Ahmad Farouk actually spoke about this particular paragraph. You know, when he mentioned, us democracies are the most responsible members of the international system. This is from the National Security Strategy. So he went through this, and I was showing the paragraph I have here in my slide to Prof. Shad. I said, look, either we are really having great minds think alike right here, or, okay, I'm not going to the other one. Anyway, so I started with this, the global take on this. And yeah, it did come after 9/11. And by 2006, yeah, it became the national security. It is part of the national security strategy of the United States. Yeah, straightened out. Now, if you and then when you look into it, break down all those words. Democracy is being linked up. The goal for democracy seems to be strengthening international stability, reducing regional conflicts. The process should be towards countering terrorism and terror-supporting extremism and extending peace and prosperity. So you break down all those paragraphs and you can see that this is what the propaganda, propaganda of United States is trying to do in terms of democracy to be carried out in the different states, yeah, especially in the Middle East. And what was the assumption? Now there was an article, a pretty in-depth article in the 2009 International Affairs Review by Stephen Stoddard, and in that work, the assumptions which was listed out underlying the previous slides that I had was actually this form. Democracy brings greater political participation, civil liberties, and rule of law than autocracy, and we should reduce the appeal of joining terrorist organizations. Okay, so I will just run through it quickly. The second assumption was democracy reduces the incidence of occurrences of terrorist attacks. Third, outside efforts to cause regimes into a transition from autocracy to democracy are successful and the results are sustained over time. These are assumptions, you know, and because of these assumptions, billions of dollars are being spent, whether it is through the military, whether it is through economic means, whatever it is, to uphold, hoping that these assumptions worked. Okay. The third one, the long-term benefits of states transitioning. How long they go to transition is another story. Transitioning from autocracy to democracy will offset the short-term costs. So these are the 4 assumptions behind the supposedly goals that the national security of United States were trying to fulfill. Yeah. Now, in the article, actually, the author ran through different studies which have been done. And if you look through the different studies, this includes quantitative studies, longitudinal studies, time series studies, and so on. You can go and Google the article actually. And you will actually find out that from the 4 assumptions, actually the first assumption has a very mixed review. To some extent, it is possible to bring greater political participation, but at the same time, it may not actually reduce the appeal of people joining terrorist organizations. So it's a mixed review. But on the second and the third assumptions, it's actually a negative review. It doesn't work. Okay, democracy reduces the incidence and occurrences of terrorist attack. Through studies which have been done, you need to go to the detail, but that is a negative assumption. The third one is also negative. Outside efforts to get regimes into transition from autocracy to democracy. We have seen this, yeah, whether it is in Iraq, in Afghanistan, and so on. It has not really worked out. So this is also a negative result. But the long-term benefits of states transitioning from autocracy to democracy will offset the short-term costs. This has a mixed result, at least based on the empirical data through the different indexes which have been used through the different quantitative results which have been done in different places. So in evaluating the assumptions, which is looking at the relationship between democracy and terrorism. If two are negative, the others are mixed. It is basically a negative situation in terms of the relationship. Okay, so this is click on this. So what is missing? So this is a link that I like to propose, and we need to look into it. And the link is maybe true development. Yeah. We all know about different forms of development, but what is important within our topic today is about the link between security and development. Yeah? And there are different ways to look at it. Security, you have the traditional security, which tend to be state-centric. You have the non-traditional security, which is the area that I work in. And that deals from the individuals to the community. You also have the elements of what we call freedom from fear, freedom from want. There is also another one, element of freedom from indignity. Okay, that we need to look into. And development, there are many theories of developments that we know of. Yeah, we can go from Rostow, the growth measurement by economic terms, stages of growth, dependent development, uneven development. These are all studies that students of development will be familiar with. The problem is usually the study of security and the study of development do not tend to meet. Yeah, and because of that, at least in the last 10 years, we have seen more of this, the merging between the two. And I really believe that the merging allows us to have a broader picture as to what is going on, even at present. And of course, the latest one that is put forth by the United Nations through the consultation, of course, with many countries, but this is something that we would like to do a bottom-up approach to it, is the Sustainable Development Goals. And with security and development, there are actually two approaches. One says development can be a conflict-generating process. It can be seen as a conflict-generating because it deals with the issue of distribution. It deals with the issue of resources. Yeah? It deals with minority rights and so on. So at times it can actually bring about conflict instead of making peace. But of course there is the other way of looking at development. And when you start, security is being seen as peacefulness here. So development is seen as a peace-promoting process. Yeah? If there is an ability to be able to raise a good level of economic well-being for the nation within that point, and if it is transparent all the way down, then there is a possibility for a peace-promoting process. You can see. So depending on how you see the approaches, if we academic, on the other hand, we love to do this. Yeah, we need to take all sides into consideration when looking at things. Yeah? Alright, so bringing this up again, I have done it in another presentation. What I'm looking at is when we deal with security and development, I usually like to take it from the human security perspective instead of just the national security perspective. We need to know about national security perspective, but if we take the human security dimension of paradigm, it is much broader in terms of our ability for analysis, as well as taking into consideration the actors, the people the groups which are involved. It is not just from the state perspective, which tend to be the people who are in power, whether they are elected into power or whether they inherit their position. I mean, these are different ways of how a state is being governed. So I'll take it from this perspective. And of course, once again, we look into the human security perspective, which deals with, which has three elements, as I mentioned: freedom from fear, freedom from want, and freedom from indignity. If societies are able to have those freedom, the chances of dissatisfaction will be less, and with lesser to follow the logic through, yeah, because the idea is to minimize the need to become a member of a particular group, especially terrorist groups. Yeah? So this is a possibility. The strategy of empowerment and protection is just as important, as well as the fact that empowerment and protection must be human-centered. So this is one way to look at it. Okay. Now the thing is this. I'd like to share with you actually. I usually am a pretty practical person. Okay. I like to see what I can do. Okay. And as I mentioned earlier, there are two organizations that I belong to: the National Council for Women Organization, as well as the Malaysian Social Science Association. Now, since the development is the issue that we are looking at in order to decrease insecurity and to increase the well-being of society, at present we all know that the Sustainable Development Goal, the Agenda 2030, is being put forth for the next 15 years. Where can we play a role? All right. So when the announcement was made at the end of 2015, around 2015, before that there were about 15 organizations, NGO organizations, that got together, and by middle of last year, 2016, other NGOs joined us, and the Malaysian SDG, we didn't know what to call ourselves. It was a loose network, okay, to start. We just know that we need to be able to find a room, we need to get ourselves to the table in order to be able to make the impact, in order to follow through, whether it's to shadow. We don't want to be writing an alternative report. We want to write at least a shadow report to whatever the government is doing, okay? So we formed this SDG CSO Alliance, yeah, and go through, try to get into the EPU, worm ourselves into it actually, because these are the ways to necessary to do. And as of late last year, EPU actually already held 2 conferences on SDG. One was in February and one was in November. And I'm glad to inform that with the setup of the steering committee, the steering committee has been set up, but it's not been formalized at this point. So there is still room to try and navigate yourself into these organizations, because the thing is this, they have formed 5 different committees looking into the SDGs. Yeah. So participated in the EPU growing groups. The working groups are shadowing the 5 clusters within the EPU, and this will be the direct input into the steering committee. Yeah. So let me share with you. There are 5 clusters here, which is the inclusivity cluster, the well-being cluster, human capital, environment, and economic growth. Out of this, they have been assigned different SDG, different goals. So what our organization have done is, the Alliance is not an organization, it's not been registered and so on, but it is a seriously loose network that is very committed to the work right now. So we ensure that at least 2 people are in each of these clusters. So if one person cannot go, the other person is there, and there is a backup. So in each group in the alliance, we have these 5 committees, and there are people who can go if you can't go, you know. And in the steering committee, I think by negotiation, we so far managed to get 5 seats. There will be about 25 or so people in the big steering committee, because these are made up of different government or agencies and so on. So once again, the idea is to get yourself a seat, because this is where you can actually make impact, because you can put the proper language inside there, and with the proper language you can actually be able to hopefully influence different policies. And knowing the way our government works, because it is so top down, and you may not know what is happening, the only way is really to get in. Of course, we want to have our friends who all around us as well, whether they, it doesn't matter, but we are conversing on the issues, yeah. So within the context of our work here, yeah, democracy is a process. It should be. This is the normative part of it. It should be participatory in nature, okay, and all voices should be heard. So these are the normative part. But what is it? It may be a system just for certain elites. It may not take everybody into consideration. But let's go for the good governance, as mentioned by especially Prof. Shad just now. So as a wrap up, yeah, be aware there are many types of terrorism, but the 2 types generally known will be the state and the non-state. Democracy is actually a precondition to the threat of terrorism, but it is not the solution. Okay, now freedom from fear, freedom from indignity, which is actually respect for human dignity, freedom from want and justice, including historical justice promoted by democracy, can minimize terrorism. And to add things to this, using SDG, because it is something which is going to be current for the next 15 years until 2030. This can possibly offer a way forward, at least for our participation, in whichever way that we can try to do our bit in the short span that we are given on Earth. And lifespan for women right now is about 79, I think. My mother was saying, she just hit 81, she was just saying to me, I've passed the whatever time that is been given, so I'm living on borrowed time here. But the woman is so feisty, it's just incredible. But anyway, I hope we all do our bit in upholding democracy, however we see, and minimizing or eliminating terrorism. Thank you.